Full moon in Aries, October 20th, 2021. Full moon, surrender to the divine. The very word climax brings all sorts of ideas and images to mind. Agreed? But it really is the feeling of this card. Life is coming to a head, a point, a conclusion, or a turning point. There may be some kind of change and possibly even some sort of emotional explosion. Tune into your emotions now and see what they're telling you. They're very likely close to the surface. No matter when in the moon cycle you've pulled this card, matters will soon conclude, and you'll find out whether or not your wishes are going to come true. The odds are in your favor, as this is a positive card, but you may need to work harder than usual to keep cool as events unfold. Full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. It's time to see if you've been a little bit too much me. There's a tug of war going on between what you want and what someone else wants, but you'll have to wait a little while to see what's going to happen next. As you wait, ask yourself if you've been handling the situation as sensitively as you could have done. If you know deep down that you've been a little rash or harsh, gone too fast or overstepped the mark, then accept that on some level you've created this situation yourself, which means you can create your way out of it too. When this card comes up, a peak is coming and it could be fiery. Volcano. Cardinal moon. Be bold and make the first move. Now's the time to be bold, bossy even. Take matters into your own hands. Cardinal signs are powerful and self-starting. They're determined and great at organizing. Drawing this card strongly suggests that you're going to need to be all those things to get your ideal resolution or position in the situation you're asking about. This card may challenge you on how strongly you really want something. If you're worrying about a situation, it's a suggestion to be less passive. Instead, take an assertive stance as you steer events where you want them to go. Speak up for what you want. If you're serious about sorting things out, you may need to take the lead in some way, to step up as a leader. Queen of the Moon, what is the message for this Aries and full moon? The masculine, lunar god. The masculine, it is time to step forward and lead. Be the leader in your own life. You have more power than you think. It's time to formally learn more. Enroll in a course or learn a new skill. Offer your protection to someone weaker than yourself. Take steps to improve your health and vitality. May the positive attributes of the masculine align with me. While lunar gods are rare, usually the realms are the solar. They are conspicuous when they appear. The Australian Aboriginal deity of the Wanneroo tribal area, Bayam, encourages us to observe the laws of the land and to appreciate the beauty around us. Bayam is depicted with having eyes, big eyes, and no mouth, teaching us that sometimes beauty does not need to be spoken out, just witnessed with the eyes of our head and our heart. The Norse god Mani teaches us to be wise and about the passage of time. The Mesopotamian sin shows us how to ask about the future and how important it is to protect the weak. There are many more. The traditional positive attributes of the masculine, such as strength, physical vitality, power of will, shielding, and protection of the weak, are important for anyone to adopt, no matter their gender or orientation. Should you pull this card as asking you to step up into your power, your uniqueness, and offer your guidance to those who may need it. The companion stone or metal is black opal. Angel Lorena, what's a message for us all for this Aries and full moon in Aries, October 20, 2021? Zadkiel, Angel of Mercy. Zadkiel, Angel of Mercy, the one who mets our forgiveness and the one who judges transgression. Zadkiel is the swift gavel as well as the crushing hammer. Those who have sinned against your fellow man. Zadkiel may relieve you of your punishment, but in asking you to submit yourself to the scales of the angel's judgment and wrath. Zadkiel sees all the cracks and seams of the soul. finds all the things we cover up to convince ourselves of the illusion of a moral existence. Zadkiel reminds us to reveal our failings openly and be judged by those that have the power to forgive. It is only the just who may make such reckoning. This is a reference to scales, rising smoke, and a gavel. Halloween Oracle, what's the message from this full moon in Aries, October 20th, 2021? Scrying, initiation. Scrying, intuition. Soften your eyes, begin the trance. Whole worlds are open, begin the dance. Scrying is a divination technique of seeing unconscious images, or images from the divine or supernatural, appear upon or within a surface. People scry into a crystal ball, a black mirror, water, even the surface of ice. It is a very ancient technique and one traditionally enacted on Samhain Halloween. The keys of effective scrying are being as relaxed as possible, minimizing possible distractions, softening your gaze, and allowing. The enemy of effective scrying is distraction, both from inside and out. Turn off the phone, electric lights anywhere where you can see them, any music, and if you're scrying outdoors, take the time to settle into the environment and listen to all the noises so that your mind will not need to break your focus later. It's also vitally important to settle the mind as much as you can. If you regularly meditate, you may wish to use those techniques, or otherwise you can simply shut your eyes and focus on slowing your breath. This is usually very effective. If you have a specific question for the scrying medium, state it up front. Then once you have relaxed, turn your focus inwards. Imagine pulling your energy within you and then focus on the third eye point. And imagine opening it. Then gaze in a soft, unfocused way at your scrying surface and simply allow images to form and observe what presents itself to you. Do not engage your rational mind. This is about receiving, not thinking. Should you pull a scrying card? I suggest you try it for starters. It also indicates that you may wish to develop your intuition further and not rely solely on the logical part of your mind for all the answers. True wisdom takes balance of logic and divination and intuition for true wisdom. Dark mirror message for us all. Full moon in Aries, October 20th, 2021. Hiding your true self. Hiding your true self. Hiding is keeping things inside. Lack of trust becomes lack of hope. So there must be a limit. In the dazing light, there is a hint of a door. Like the door to a human, outside, draped in scarlet tunics, stand two women, one under the sign of the sun and the other beneath the sign of the moon. You could be in front of the mirror or you could hide behind the mirror, yet you choose to be the mirror. Hiding is a survival instinct. Do you want to be honest and truly be yourself? Very few people will accept you then. You are too complicated to be comfortable, too contradictory to be easy, too exceptional to be believed, too plain to be considered. You can be the sun, you can be the moon, you can be the door, you can be the road, you can be the butterfly and the brick. Maybe the question is not if, but when. Sometimes real solitude is when there is not a right moment to be yourself, and not the right person, and neither the right way. Being yourself is like a moment at the spa. It is a massage for the soul, a purification process that brings in oxygen and turns away age and wear. It is bliss and pleasure. All right, let's get some clarification here. I get the gist of what's going on here, but it's kind of like very delicate situation. It's like performing surgery here. This is nuts. Like, if you do this, then this happens. If you do that, then that happens. But if you do this, that happens. This happens. Like, it's really like, whoa. It's like freaking getting your doctor's degree in something very, very complicated. That's how it feels. That maybe we're not prepared for it. Oh, jeez. Okay, one more shuffle. 3 times is the charm. Alright, here we go. First card. 9 of Wands. It reminds me of the YouTuber Leo King. The card right there. The warrior defending, fighting what he believes in. Let's get more clarification. Let's get another card. The card just makes me laugh. Not like laugh at him or laugh about him. It's just coincidental. It's like, whoa, okay. Three of Cups. Enjoy the small things with your... Okay, so enjoy the love and beauty around you and whatever you have established, because that is the most important thing to cherish. It's like, just be bold and brave and standing. You don't have to say much because your action speaks louder than words, right? So you standing there bold with that stern look is saying enough. You know what I mean? It's like speaking without speaking, kind of. Queen of Swords, not putting up with shit, cutting the bullshit. So you have this Knight of Wands dude here. You have the Three of Cups, the Queen of Swords. Just be warned that if we go down this path, heads will be cut off. I don't have to say much. Look at me here. See this Lover's back here behind her? Like, this is a delicate, like, whoa. Prince of Pentacles in reverse. There's mischievous up, young, new age stuff that's potentially opposing all of this. And she's having to balance between it all because she wants to just move through this and cut through it, not have to have some kinds of crazy, chaotic, emotional stuff going on. Oh man. The Hermit, okay. Yeah, that's where I'm going to stick the Hermit up there. Yep, that makes sense. The inner wisdom, sitting there being bold, not having to do much, say much. So this is definitely correlating with the Cancer reading for November and October with the 5 aspects of the self. And the fire signs over here are some of the earth and air signs. Because there's, burning passion, emotions, Aries. I don't, in anything. Mars is in Libra, I think. I could be wrong. But, oh man. Like I said, delicate situation, slow and cautious. It's like having to do surgery and not make a mistake and kill somebody. Being that Hermit. But with the 9 of Wands, honoring and defending yourself. 8 of Cups in reverse. This dude's acting on emotions. He's upset. He's distraught. Thought things would work out a certain way. And the Queen of Swords is like, look, dude, this isn't how you thought it was. You've been tricked. You've been deceived. You've been lied to. Sorry, new age, young people, when they're younger than 30. Not everyone, but, the general consensus of that generation. I have compassion. I understand. I've been there. I was young and emotional. I was in the 90s when I was a teenager, so I know all about the grunge and, the emo stuff. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Values are coming up. Worth. The females are like not feeling it, not feeling valued, not feeling considered. Feel like they're getting pushed to the side. There are probably some females who are more masculine over here on this side, and they don't care about what people think of them or value them. But the feminine aspect definitely having some issues there. 7 of Swords. Not putting the swords down, not choosing the battle. There's the full moon there with the cloudy vision now. And then I think that's a female. Could be a dude, but definitely feminine aspect I consider from this deck because the dudes have short hair. Except for the hermit over here. Like myself. Not long hair. These are definitely correlating with the 5 aspects of the self readings I've done. So if you want to check those out. 4 Swords in reverse. Oh no. Okay, so I want to put this under the pile, the 4 Swords. That's how I would like it to go, because then it would be underlying energies, but it's an overlapping energy. The 4 Swords upright is about putting our swords down and having a conversation, but we're not wanting to do that. We're not wanting to put our swords down. The higher aspects, the real truth, people who are standing there being bold, want the swords down and just, let's work this out. But you got these people down here who are like, no, it's my way or the highway. You either go with what I'm telling you, or we're going to go to war. Or, you know, I'm going to force you to do something that may be against your personal beliefs. I don't care, because I'm afraid of what you could do to me. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's that historical fear throughout history. Lots of people, lots of cultures have done horrible things to cultures or other people, indigenous people, mass murdered millions and thousands because of their fear or their ego-tripping beliefs about how they're right about something, and the other people who are not doing what they're wanting them to do are. It's like, well, it's time for, you know, to lock you up into these camps, and because you're a danger to everybody, and it's like, it's beyond race or culture, well, it's not necessarily beyond culture, but it's beyond race or petty things of the past that people have done this under. This is an evolution of that kind of confrontation or energy. This is the new age version of the authoritarian, tyrannical stuff coming up. Like, you do it my way, or there's going to be hell to pay. Definitely some trouble coming. It's like a loud bump in the night, right? It's like bombs over Britain in World War II. Like, well, 5 of Swords in reverse. See, that's pretty much what I was talking about. That's exactly what I was talking about. Being persecuted. Being not just persecuted, but imprisoned, locked down, not allowed to do stuff because of X, Y, Z. Because you're not going with the authority, tyrannical dictatorship. The Chariot, though, I feel like these 2 horses are pulling in different directions, and the Chariot. Humans are going to get thrown off its course into the wilderness. Man. It's frustrating. I wish we could all just get along, or, you know. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Swords, like I said, Queen of Pentacles. She's with the Queen of Swords there. Because when the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, she's like not going to value the big picture. She's just going to be like, it's all about what I can get. It's frustrating. And the Sun in reverse. Oh, no. Okay. That is showing illumination is not apparent. It's not Now, this could be perceptions based. The perception he thinks he's an all upright sign, Hawaiian, being all glorious and wonderful and knowing what he's talking about, but he's not being perceived that way. You see what I'm saying? He doesn't see the true perceptions of the collective consciousness. He's just going off of the optimistic views, not being realistic, which is okay. Optimism has its place. I just want to keep drawing more cards, and I should stop. So there's your picture from this full moon, what it means for us. So until the new moon, this is luckily it's just for this 2 weeks. Hopefully, we'll see more here coming up, but I don't see a good 2 weeks of any harmonious. Very conflicting in some aspects. Potentially in other aspects, more individuals and specific culture types are going to either be on the up and up, doing the Hermit, Knight of Wands, Seven of Swords stuff, or they're going to be over here with the Eight of Cups, Queen of Swords, Eight of Pentacles stuff, Queen of Pentacles reverse, all that stuff. Five of Swords in reverse, man. If you notice, left hand, right hand, as above, so below. Oh, man. There is potential here for this love, beauty, Three Cups stuff, but I think it's going to be this side versus that side, and both sides are going to have that on their own side. Now, I don't know exactly if it's 50-50 split across humanity. I tend to say 2/3 of humanity are up here, and 1/3 is down here, and the 1/3 down here looks like they have all the power. They have the Queen of Pentacles, which is value. They have the Queen of Swords, which is authoritarian, potentially, but it's not in reverse. That's good news. They have the Prince of Pentacles, right? So, and he's over here upside down with the Queen of Pentacles. So there's all the value in the world's wealth, the 1%ers. They're all in cahoots, acting like they're all doing things for the best of humanity. When most people know what's really true. That's where the Chariot comes in. This is frustrating. I just go back to the masculine up here with the Angel of Mercy, and not being so like them. We don't want to be like them with the information and knowledge and what we really know towards them, because that just makes it more wild up, more fight, more aggressive. Because they're at that point where they don't care, because they feel like they're fulfilling something. Like that's the only way they can get what they're wanting, is to do what they're doing. They've been told something, and that's what they're going to go for. So what we have to do is separate ourselves from that kind of communication. We don't talk like that with them. We don't act like that with them. We don't behave like them with them. We have to treat them like they're us. It's like kill them with kindness, but in a constructive manner, not like sarcasm or defensive or arrogant. We have to understand their compassion, their emotions, and where they're coming from, because they're looking at all these cups and how the things are not. They live in the fear of the world's going to end in 2030 or whatever. But if you know the truth about the world, regardless if humanity's there or not, the world's going to be fine. That's what the world does. It'll wash away and clean itself up. It doesn't need us to do that. But they are right about how we need to behave in a better manner, but they don't realize that they're aligned with those who have led humanity down this path over the last 100 years. Or they do realize that, and they just feel like it's part of the how things work and there's too many people, so this is what they have to do. You know what I mean? Even though they're the first ones to line up for the you know what, but it's okay. Like I said, love is the key. Love defeats evil, right? But we can't allow them to manipulate and break us from what we really know is true. So that's the reading for the full moon in Aries. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the new moon.